When people say Ruto must go, for me, they are not just saying the president must go, but they are saying they want the entire system to go. That means they want even the current joint opposition to go. The country needs a new voice. And that's what National Liberal Party is offering. A new voice that is in sync with the young people, that is in sync with what the country expects now. I don't think we, as a country, in the recent history, we've been in a position that we are today. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing. The good thing is that we've got a generation that was considered quiet, that is no longer quiet. We've got a generation that was considered irrelevant, that is all of a sudden irrelevant. And this is the beauty of it. We've got people who are considered not important in the voting circle, who are now critically important. The young generation constitute a bigger percentage of the Kenyan population. So when they start to talk, when they start to express themselves, then that is a wonderful thing. And then, of course, it's a bad thing for those people who want status quo, people who want to recycle leadership. And that's what we are used to in this country. We are used to people, we are used to Moi orphans. The same people we've had for decades. They've been controlling the country and they still want to control the country. So we've got that versus the new voices now. And this is where the country is at the moment. So are we ready for 2027? That's the question. Is this generation willing to allow this new generation, these new voices, be heard and take charge in 2027? Are they willing to let go? So that should be the question. The party leader of National Liberal Party, we are very, very well prepared. And we are positioning ourselves as an alternative, as a third way. We are disassociating ourselves completely with the government and completely with the opposition. Because to us, they are one and the same thing. Look at the current opposition, the joint opposition. Look at it carefully. Who are they? They are what we'd call, a majority of them are the Moi orphans. Majority of them are beneficiaries of the system that they are now trying to fight. And then we've got the new generation who are questioning that. They are saying, no, this is not the way to go. When people say, you remember when we started the conversation of Ruto must go. Remember when it started? It was not just Ruto must go. It was actually the entire system must go. It's only that now the joint opposition has come in and taken advantage because the Gen Zs now are no longer talking too much. The young generation is not talking too much. So who's being heard? Who are you media giving voice to? You're giving voice to Gachagua and his team, and that's what's being heard. But is that the voice of the country? No. The voice of the majority is where the Gen Zs are. And when they say Ruto must go, they are in essence saying this entire system must all go. The current government plus the old government. They are saying all of it must go. And that's where National Liberal Party positions itself. We have a group of new leaders you've never seen before. People not involved in corruption. People not involved in the malpractices, in the impunity that we've seen in this country. We've got that new crop of politicians. We just had our National Delegates Conference in Ukambani. For the first time, we removed an NDC from the city center, and took it to where the people are. The National Liberal Party comes as an alternative, as a third voice, standing in the middle and saying, we are not in support of this government. We are not in support of this joint opposition. Because behind, they are exactly the same people. Today, as we are talking, there is a rumor of the Wiper leader, for example, joining President Ruto, running away from the opposition. So any of these people can change positions. Right now, just the other day, His Excellency Gachagua was a deputy president. Now that he's out, now he's a voice of the opposition. So all these people, they are all the same. And that's what the country does not need now. Our position as a party, as National Liberal Party, is that none of these people is in a position to call for this dialogue. They are all on the table. They are all on the table. All they are looking for is an opportunity to be relevant. All they are looking for is an opportunity to emerge as the leaders of the new dialogue, new conversation that will shape Kenya. So if they are genuine, they must look for new faces. They must engage with new faces and tell them, please go ahead and do this. But that must not be the movers. We've all seen what happens in this country. You call for a dialogue and you are in charge. You give the agenda. You give the topic. You give the script. So we can't see it, as a party, we can't see it heading anywhere. But a dialogue that is headed by a neutral person, we will support. Because this country needs that dialogue. A lot of people are hurting. A lot of people are in pain. A lot of people have been injured. A lot of people have been killed. We need that dialogue. But who's to lead it? Who's to lead it? Not somebody who's already in the system. Somebody who is already tainted. Somebody who we already consider corrupted. Cannot be the head of that conversation. Right. But this country has got enough leaders. Has got enough intellectuals. Unfortunately, nobody wants to pay attention to them. I took exception, for example, when the president disbanded the cabinet, when the Gen Zs called for the disbandment of the government, and he did. The president had one chance. He had the best chance to choose these intellectuals, these untainted people, these people who have no blemish, who can help him take this country to the next level. But what did he do? He opted for the quick fix. He opted to incorporate the same old people, recycle the same people that the Gen Zs were not happy with. What does it tell you? So any conversation that we have now, and we allow the same people to lead it, they are going to give us the script, they are going to provide the logistics, and of course, the musician will always play where he's paid. That's what will happen. This country has enough technocrats. It's got enough leaders of integrity. You don't need to look far. You just need to even look at the universities. You need to look at the civil society. We are leaders in the world. But some of the leaders Kenyans who are leaders in the world are never recognized in their own country. Let us look back and see who can we call in our country to lead this dialogue. And that's what the young people will accept. They are not going to accept a dialogue led by Raila and his team or led by Gachagua and his team. But they will accept a dialogue led by others who are not tainted, who are not in the system, who are not feeding in the system as we speak. We say that it's better late than never. So it's good that this is happening, and it's happening at this time. On that, I can actually congratulate the president. It's better late than never. It's better this happens now than later. Because as I'm saying, a lot of people are hurting. A lot of people need closure. And we need this. All I'm expecting now is that the professor, the honorable professor, who's a great academic, who's a human rights activist, who's got good credentials. Let's hope that he'll have the hand to do the right thing. Because now, unfortunately, the professor now is working with the government. So let us hope that he will not be pushed to do the will of the government, but will actually do the will of the Kenyans. He'll actually go into what is happening, what has happened, and come up with solutions that favor the people, not favor the government. The National Liberal Party is actually the party to look for, to watch out for in 2027. We have started a very aggressive grassroots campaign. We are going village to village. We are going person to person. In the past, for example, in the past 3-4 months, our party has received almost 200,000 new members from Ukambani alone. We are moving on to the coast. After that, we'll move village to village, county to county, all the way, meeting the people who've been kept aside, people who've been marginalized. And we are going there as local people, as common people. We are not going there with choppers, helicopters, and big money. We're just going to engage the people. We're just talking to the people, and the people are siding with us. Because a lot of people in this country are left out of development. They're left out of everything that is good for them.
So are you going to field candidates in the by-elections?
We are going to field candidates in by-elections, MCA positions, MP positions, all the positions. And in 2027, the presidential candidate to watch for will be from National Liberal Party. I'll give you a very short history.
Okay.
Last year, when we did the selection panel, this small party called National Liberal Party went against the big party, so-called Wiper Party. In 23 parties of Azimio, this small party, led by this small person, we won 16 votes against Wiper's 7 votes. We have already defeated Wiper once. We are going to give Wiper their biggest defeat come 2027. We are going to challenge their presidential candidate with our own presidential candidate. Right now, as we are talking, we've almost got 20% of Ukambani. By 2027, watch out. We'll either have 50% of all Ukambani or even 60%. Yes. We are going to change the status quo in this country. And I'm talking facts. We have defeated big parties before. We are going to defeat them again. That's what I'm saying. In 2027, watch out for the next presidential candidate from National Liberal Party. National Liberal Party is coming as a movement. We are coming not just as a political party, but actually a movement. Talking to people, telling them that, just pointing out what they need, the change that they need. The current political parties have been neutral. They've just maintained status quo. They have not brought any empowerment to the people. National Liberal Party is looking at empowering the people, identifying the needs of the community, identifying how can we empower our people. Ukambani, for example, is among the poorest. Yet, Ukambani region has got the biggest resources. I look at Ukambani and actually compare it with Congo. We've got coal. We've got huge deposits of copper. We've got all the sand building Nairobi comes from Ukambani. And what is the benefit to the people? Zero. All because of leadership. People understand that. People are starting to see that. And they're saying, why don't we give this new party a chance so that the people can develop, can get the wealth that they deserve. This is the mentality change that National Liberal Party is bringing to the community. Not just Ukambani, but across the whole country. Kenya should not be where it is now. At independence, Kenya was at par with some countries across the world. They've overtaken us. Countries like Singapore. Why can't we be there? A country like Singapore doesn't have the resources that Kenya has. Yet look at where it stands at present. We need leaders who are determined to take Kenya there.